Hi there guys, Sam here. You join me with a T-Roc Style. This is a 1.5, 150 brake horsepower, 6-speed manual. Now, I like the T-Roc. I'm not going to lie, I like the T-Roc R. But, really interested to see what this car's like. You know, front wheel drive, interesting to see how that goes about. 6-speed, so you get to enjoy that. And yeah, this is pretty much what a lot of people love to drive. A lot of people sort of like to go around with in the UK. Essentially like a VW Golf, jumped up a little bit. More space. Again, it's got kind of everything you want. German build quality, nice enough looks, and good enough for everyone. So as we go around, it's been raining most of today, but I'll kind of take it round. This is actually the facelift version. So they did an update in 2022 just to change kind of the line to the T-Roc. So you can see from the front, it's just that nice look. They've got the new sort of flush sort of VW badge as well. Lovely blue paintwork, I have to say, and inside, man, it looks really nice inside. Wheels there, again, a lot of manufacturers doing sort of the diamond cut kind of look. Nothing wrong with it. Could they be a little bit bigger? Well, you might have to get the T-Roc R for that, which is 300 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, and you can get like 19-inch wheels. You get the nice roof bars as well. So my friend actually recently, yeah, he had his first child, so congratulations to him. And I was talking to him about how you can really just basically get a roof box, and you can add like 380 litres to your car. This has it already in place, so it's nice and easy. Even with the pan roof, you can still do that, so that's good. Pan roof, good option, and I quite like the two-tone between the blue and the black. But yeah, what you get over this, over than a normal Golf, is you get the practicality and the slightly high up kind of looks. Apologies for any of the wind, and it's been raining, so that's why my bag's there. Yeah, nice and easy. Very well priced as well, because as you can see from the inside, it looks, well, certainly to my eyes, you'll have to make your own minds up watching it, really nice, because it almost at first looked like proper full leather. I really like the white cloth. Okay, you've got to keep it clean, but it's really nice, and it's like an Alcantara kind of finish. Really special actually with the roof. There's your 6-speed manual gearbox, which will be interesting to see exactly as we go for a drive in the car. And yeah, nice. Again, flush VW badge. Slightly older system, I suppose, in bits of it, more physical buttons than you'll get in sort of like the current range of sort of Volkswagen products. And the big thing is you get more space in the back, a lot more high up. That's for one thing. I'm just trying to, you know, I've just got out of a Mark 8 Golf R. Yeah, I feel that car is almost everything you need. So does this offer enough kind of practicality? I mean, it's certainly taller. It does have a bigger boot. So in the T-Roc, and as you can see, I have a manual key. So unlike the cars that you might have seen recently on my channel, yeah, you just literally put it in and turn it on. Manual gearbox, electronic parking brake, little storage bins as well, all very nice. Little sat nav there. Yeah, I've got to say the roof looks gorgeous. Won't actually be opening that today, not with the weather that we've been having. Very cool. I think it's interesting actually, 150 horsepower from a 1.5. That's good, and you get more engagement. I mean, this is not going to be around for that much longer. I actually really do quite like the feel of the gearbox in terms of just the short journey I've done so far. It was very precise, you know, clutch is very light, very easy to use, and yeah. Okay, for me, obviously we see a lot of content on my channel, it's more the performance sector of things, so like the T-Roc R, but you know, this is ultimately a T-Roc R in comfort mode in some ways. So let's go there, let's take this for a drive, and I'll let you know how we get on. So first sort of impressions of the T-Roc. Yeah, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't feel that much, maybe it's just my perception, it doesn't feel that much bigger than say a normal Golf. But I guess that extra height, you know, I've pushed my seat quite low, does have its advantages. The manual gearbox is very light. Ooh. Makes a good little noise. I mean, I'm not exactly like disappointed with the speed. 150 horsepower. It stopped raining now, but it was raining earlier. Obviously in the slippery conditions you're going to get a bit of spinning of the wheels. I guess the high driving position is certainly noticeable over a Golf. You know, can just see that a little bit more clearly. It is a little bit of a bigger road presence. That's probably the best way to say it over a Golf. That's what you're really going for if you're going to want to get a T-Roc. For me, I would very much. I haven't yet to try the T-Roc R, which would be very exciting to do so. This feels all right. It's perfect for every day. Bear in mind this has got the pan roof as well, so it's a little bit heavier than say your standard one. Yeah, it feels all right. Steering is very, very light. Yeah, very kind of straightforward. The actual gears, using the manual is really, really nice actually. I quite like the gear stick. Very cool, and all very familiar Volkswagen products, which is very, very nice. But yeah, let's go a little bit further. Let's see how it can sort of work on the sportiness. I mean, this isn't, you know, this is ultimately just the style. It's not designed to be the most sportiest car in the world, but can you have a bit of fun? I mean that's the one thing, it's really comfortable. It's super comfortable. But yeah, let me check back to you guys in a second. So over the bumps and sort of tight twisty streets, feels fine. It really is very compliant. Size wise, obviously it's no real bigger than a Golf, so you can quite easily fill it on these sort of like yeah, we're in Newport Pagnell at the moment. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really I can complain about. It's just a very good car. The gearbox isn't frustrating me. I know you can obviously get automatic gearboxes, which is what a lot of people go for, but the manual just feels nice and smooth. It's not jerky. You know, I've got lots of bikes here and the car's not huge. It doesn't like get in people's way, you know, very tight, and yet I'm kind of very comfortable in the car. Yeah, and I actually have to say, the pan roof, I don't know, without it, I wonder if I would feel a little bit claustrophobic in here. It's one of those, have to see. Yeah, you can see bumpy, twisty car parks, you know, we're moving all over the place. The car's fine. Yeah, it gets on with it well. And this is the thing with Volkswagen products. They're sort of all unified for like consistency. So just consistently good. And yeah, this is one of those. Not the most sportiest thing in the world, but then it's not, this one's not inclined to be. I and a lot of members of my channel would probably be looking more for the sportier version, but the new little facelift tweaks are very nice. The dials just a little bit which are interchangeable as well, very nice and light, nice and blue. The navigation works okay. It's not as up to date as some of the other Volkswagen cars that I've driven. That's definitely one thing. So how can I kind of sum this one up for you guys? Well, as you can see from the images here, it's such a light and airy car. And well, I think the white seats kind of help with that. The pan roof really does make things really light and airy. Super nice. Am I getting a massive difference with the driving position in terms of being higher up in a T-Roc? I guess so. I mean, I can pump the seat up. I'm quite low at the moment. I feel it's definitely more compliant than say like a standard Golf or a sporty Golf in comfort mode. And that's just because there's just more room in terms of the suspension to travel. Does it roll? It does a little bit. Steering's so light, it's very easy to drive. Gearbox feels good. It's not a particularly loud car, but it makes an alright noise, makes a 1.5 petrol powered noise. So there's nothing particularly wrong with that. I think inside maybe it's slightly showing its age, and a few little plasticky sort of bits there. Don't you have to kind of rev it out to get it going? That's what I've noticed. Obviously a little bit more weight to kind of deal with. And once it does, it felt fine. It felt fine at kind of like motorway speeds. It feels fine sort of around sort of city kind of driving. So what's my summary of the T-Roc? Well, for me, I would go for a T-Roc R because I'm that sporty kind of person. But would I go for the T-Roc in general? I don't know. For me, I would stick personally for more of the Golf. but I can see how this can appeal for you, particularly if you've got a younger family. You want that, just that little bit extra space, or you want that high driving position. Yeah, go for it. I like the petrol engine. I think it suits, well, yeah, it suits a lot of, well, as we'll find out getting up to speed here. So second gear, foot down, makes a bit of a noise. Brakes feel good. No problems with traction from the front wheel drive because it's nice and dry at the moment. Yeah, very kind of easy to kind of get on with and yeah, work as a car. One of the things that's really nice actually with the T-Roc is actually the options are actually really well priced. They always feel like kind of no-brainers to go for. Rear view camera, 290 quid on this particular car. The winter pack, so you get the heated front screen, heated washer jets as well, which is pretty cool. Uprated Johannesburg black alloys, the 17-inch wheels, only £110, so it's not like too bad on that front. The biggest thing is the £1,185 panoramic tilting sliding roof. And the metallic paints, Ravina blue metallic with a black roof, so it's the contrasting, that's £710. So this particular car, price as tested, is £34,000. And you probably are worth optioning some of those things up. I think the pan roof makes such a big difference, and the fact that you get all the sort of like the cream around just makes it feel lighter. Makes it feel lighter, and it works with that two-tone kind of sort of side of things. I think the facelift does add quite a lot as well. I'll kind of show you here. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Nav, it's a little bit more out of date, but it all works fine, and it's a little bit like a stuck-on iPad. But it's nice colours, just nice touches, nice touch and feel. The wheel is certainly nice, and the dials are great as well. And the little sort of tweaks on the outside, you can notice the difference between this and say a normal, basically a pre-facelift T-Roc. So they have improved those kind of aspects of it. And if you're like me and you like potentially getting a good deal, potentially a pre-facelift one might be the way to go forward for you. But I like the little touches that they've done on it. They just seem to make it a little bit more refined. And I like the car. I think it works for a lot of people. I think it works well. And I'd certainly recommend the panoramic roof. Love the interior. Really love the interior. I really love the cream. Okay, you've got to keep it clean. If you've got kids and stuff, that's going to be the hardest part. But if you can, it works. The car drives very nicely. If you want something really sporty, you've got to look more for the R kind of level of things, which would be great. But, you know, that's not this one. And obviously you'll be paying a little bit more for that too. But as an overall package, T-Roc is really great. It's a really special little car that you can kind of get around in. Can you justify it over a Golf? If you want that higher driving position, then yes, that's pretty much it. I don't feel like I'm massively more space, because even like the windscreen actually feels a little bit more. It's more for the style, funnily enough. A little bit more, yeah, a little bit shallower than compared to say like a Golf. So I would go for a Golf. That's basically what I'm going to say. But I very much like this car. And comment below what you think of kind of like the new sort of style tweaks of the T-Roc, because that's the biggest kind of highlights from what I can see. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.